Hello everybody. You'll be pleased that this video is going to be shorter than a lot of the other ones. That's because it's a relatively small part of the specification that this video is focused on. You've been watching some videos linked to 2.6, so you've been looking at macroeconomic objectives, demand side policies, supply side policies. What we're going to be looking at in this video is going to be conflicts. And we're going to be looking at the conflicts. If you look at the bottom, it's 2.6.4. We're going to be looking at the conflict and trade-offs between macro objectives. So, how achieving one objective might we're not achieving something else. To explain this, we're going to be looking at a Phillips curve. And finally, we're going to be looking at conflict and trade-offs between different policies. Okay, so we're going to focus on, first of all, is going to conflicts between macro objectives. Hopefully what you remember is that the macro objective can be summed up by Guy Stiff. So development, we want living standards, inflation, we want it to be 2%, we want growth in the economy, so we want the economy to grow, we want to create more jobs and therefore increase employment and lower unemployment, we want to improve trade performance, we want to tackle inequality, and we want to improve the environment as well. Right, if we then first of all what we mean by conflict. All it simply means is when we achieve something, it might prevent us achieving something else. It creates a trade-off in the economy. Now, a really simple one is to think about the Phillips curve first of all. So on the right-hand side of your page, what you can now see is a diagram showing the Phillips curve. And this shows the relationship between inflation and unemployment. Now, the idea is that unemployment is very, very low. This could be you free on the playground, you tend to find inflation will be really, really high. And this is kind of a positive output situation. High demand across the economy will create lots and lots of jobs. What that will do is incomes are growing, and that will demand pull inflation. We will also hear there as well a wage price spiral. So because employment is so high, workers are confident, demanding bosses increase their rates of pay. So workers earn more money, and then when workers earn more money, firms have got higher costs. They to raise their prices to their new higher costs. And of course, as costs start increasing prices again, then workers demand further pay rises. So you tend to, on the first curve, when we have low unemployment, we have high inflation in the economy. Now, to flip it in a negative output gap situation, we will generate high unemployment and be running the risk of deflation in the economy. So, at negative output gap, you would expect to see fall demand, people losing jobs. And because people are losing jobs, wages start to grow, people start buying, confidence falls in the economy, and we risk that inflation rate may actually become negative and we experience deflation. So the Phillips curve will show the trade-off between inflation and unemployment. Quite clearly, you'd expect that trade-off between growth and inflation then as well. So when growth is too high, we're going to run the risk of positive output, but inflation will be high. When growth is too low, inflation will probably be struggling in the economy as well. So the idea, when the economies grow too quickly, it might conflict with inflation across the country. Now, we also have a conflict between growth and trade performance. So when economies grow and we experience high inflation, then the competitiveness of our economy will start to fall. And this could lead to fall demand for UK exports. In Britain, we also have a high marginal propensity to import. So when incomes grow across the economy, we'll start buying more imports. So economic growth might be high, but that causes the trade deficit getting bigger. You tend to find that you have a conflict between growth and inequality as well. So when economies grow, those who've got the money, the income and wealth, will see their incomes and wealth increase massively due to higher profits, higher dividends, more rental income on property, higher house prices, and some of that will trickle down to benefit lower income people through more jobs, more benefits received through more taxation, but the gap between rich and poor people will start to grow. You also find there'll be a conflict between incomes and the environment. So as economies grow, we'll start demanding more machines for our houses, or more power needs to be created. more emissions from power stations. We'll buy more cars, that's more emissions. We also start to travel more on aeroplanes, got more emissions, to buy more goods and services, which creates waste. So that could lead to the environment getting worse. So guys, overall, you might get a trade between inflation and unemployment. You might get a trade-off between growth and inflation, a trade between growth and trade performance, and a trade-off between growth and inequality, and as well incomes and the environment as well. Right. You also get a conflict between macroeconomic policies, I beg your pardon. So if we use expansionary fiscal policy, increasing government spending, lowering taxes to help support higher rates of economic growth. The problem with this policy is that it can lead to growth in national debts, and governments have to borrow money. Now, I mean, in the future, we might need to use fiscal austerity to start paying off that debt. If tax rates start to grow in the future, that could actually disincentivize people from wanting to work and firms from wanting to invest. Fiscal policy expansion in the short run might be good for supporting economic growth, but the national debt that it built could hold back economic growth in the future. Fiscal austerity, at the moment, we've got national debt. If it starts to pay down that debt, they've got to lower government spending and raise taxes, and that could push more people into poverty, create more inequality across the economy, especially due to a decline in the quality of public services like schools and hospitals, taking away people's opportunities. The next one, contractionary monetary policy. When we have high inflation, we have to raise interest rates to bring down that inflation rate of the economy. But that can be devastating to people who have mortgages because their repayments might start to go up. That might make it unaffordable to repay those loans. Now, further to that as well, it can bring down people's property values, wealth starts to fall. But it also means that if interest rates grow, then firms might not invest. And it might prevent supply side improvements in the economy. When we think about supply side policies, a big part of it was investing in infrastructure. Well, if you're building more road networks, more airports, more power supplies, although it can support long-term economic growth, what it will do is be good for the environment, and it will also work on the government finance because it needs lots more government funding. Right, now you watch the video, what I would like to do is to answer these 3 questions. Again, if you don't understand any of the answers, to go back to the relevant part of the video to make sure you understand what the answer should have been. Right, everyone, thank you very much.